Right, so basically what I want you guys to do is I'm going to give each of you a slip of paper which has got the name of the character on, how the character is, how they kind of act in a way, so it kind of gives you hints on how to act, and it also has like a quote from the play which I want you to somehow incorporate into it, so whether it be that you as a character steer the conversation this way, that way, but what I want you to do is these four characters that you're going to be playing are discussing how to get across the river and who's going to go across the river, and obviously. So give you guys these. You get like 30 seconds to read it and literally just jump on your feet, because I want to see if you as the audience can actually like run a scene and then incorporate that into the frogs. Okay. If you guys just sound like once you understand your character, and then I know I can get you guys to start.
Are we keeping these on us, or are you taking?
Yeah, you guys keep one you.
Yeah.
Right, so the scene you guys are going to be playing is discussing how to get across the river. So off you go.
Perhaps we go round.
Are you really game to go?
Maybe we go through.
Now, you sit there, you pot gut.
Oh, thrice unlucky neck of mine, which is now getting crushed. You must not crack its joke.
Pray you, Agniver. No, pray you, come thither. I have need of you. Come on.
Yes, yes.
Are you
yes.
really game to go?
Yes. Yeah, we're going now.
It's sorry, Mrs. Grant.
Now, you sit there, you pot gut.
Pray you, come thither. I have need of you.
Now, sit there, you little pot gut.
Oh, thrice unlucky neck of mine, which is now getting crushed. You must not crack its joke, master. Master.
Get on me.
Master.
Pray you, Agniver. I have need of you.
How are we going to cross this lake?
We must go that way.
Joe?
Yes.
Right, guys, we stop it there quickly. If you try, this is brilliant by the way, really good. If you try and make your characters more.
Are we meant to
So-
just say this one
No,
line?
you're meant to incorporate it into
Oh,
what you're saying. So
sorry, I
obviously
was
I'm
I'm
not
not even saying the right line. You are really game to go.
You're really good. Yeah, so basically you guys are going to be like discussing what's it going across the river. Try
Oh, let's sit down. We're going to plan it. Like,
and then
here's a map.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
yeah, and the character that you are. So for example, if
I got that.
if you guys are, if for example, if Dionysus acts horrifically drunk because he is Zeus's son, and he also is the god of wine, believe it or not. Obviously, if you're going to be Hercules or whatever, then you're like, he loves himself. He absolutely loves himself. He's like, check this pet, check this ab, like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, if you're like Xanthias, Xanthias doesn't necessarily have. Xanthias doesn't necessarily have that much power, so what he says will just be like, shut up. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, Charon, because he is the one that, takes him across, he's the one that basically makes the plan, if that makes sense. Yeah. So if you guys like, do it again but make it bigger and bring the characters out more, and yeah. So if you guys want to go again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the lake. Maybe we should go that way.
No.
No?
No. I think.
We're not going that way.
No, I think.
Excuse me. I'm in charge around here, and I say we're going that way.
I
Look at that.
think.
Sorry,
Yes.
Look at that.
sorry.
That way.
Do you really think it can get past me?
Oh, thrice unlucky neck of mine, which is now
Well,
getting
you
crushed.
have
You
axles.
must get
Oh,
ground.
I do, actually.
Sir?
And what I say goes, and I say we're going that way.
Right, just because you're
It's going to be
Doesn't mean
completely
you've
futile.
got more power than me.
Pipe down.
Completely futile.
Oi!
Absolute
Pray you come hither. I have need of you. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you need to start travelling
Well,
that
you
way.
two clearly only share one brain cell between you. Absolute fools. Do you think you can get past me? Eh? Past me?
swim.
The keeper
Excuse
of the
me?
You
snake.
really are
Hey,
going
who
to
are you?
go. Well,
Well, why don't you sit away, you pot gut?
Don't
let's
worry,
go
we've got
then.
this. Who
You really
the
let
bloody
yourself
hell
go.
are you? Hercules, stay out of this. Who the bloody hell are you?
Oh, you can't.
Who do you think
Oi!
you are?
Oh, you think you're
Oh,
so
you really think
strong,
you're
don't
going to
you?
impress me?
Look at you.
Look, we need to go
Yeah.
back to the plan.
They're puny. You have been there, mate. You stop
You
being
stop,
wild
you
as
sit
well.
down, you absolute drunk.
Thank you.
Oi,
You
leave it out.
don't deserve your godlike status.
Oh, shut up, you.
What am I doing?
Hey, give that back. Give that one.
Right. You clearly
Alright,
don't
guys.
know what you're
Oh,
doing.
come on, Hercules.
Come on, let's go that
Hey,
way.
give that back.
Oh, you're only going to kill yourself with
You're
it. Why don't
spilling
you
it
have it?
everywhere.
Go on.
Like, guys, it's really, really good. But how did you find it? Obviously, it was not a lot of information to go on to create a
No.
scene, which
Yeah.
I completely understand that, which was the kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Can I create a scene with literally one name?
I think
3 months.
the thing is you can't really progress in the story because
Yeah.
you've given us a specific scene
Yeah.
to work on, so we're sort of trying to extend that scene without moving on to the next scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
It's
is
hard,
quite
It's hard, so
difficult,
it's
yeah.
more like sort of
Yeah.
I mean,
improvising.
in the second part, you said, you know, make your characters bigger. You said you're doing this. You kind of felt like you were dictating the narrative rather than myself or
Yeah.
ourselves. So like because we are the audience, you know, really give. I think if we're going to get really give the audience like so obviously ourselves with the audience create more creative controls. Kind of just maybe just say your aim is to get across the lake and you're going to come across with 3 problems. You know.
Yeah.
That may be more of a stepping stone because then it kind of gives more of a structure, but then also gives more creative control.
Yeah.
So really good. But I mean, it was a really interesting workshop to do because it kind of allowed us, the audience, to be, you know, to be a part of it. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, in some ways we were dictating the narrative.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're kind of looking
Yeah.
to do. So it was interesting to, and also interesting to play these parts as well because you know, for me, automatically I thought sort of a less of a power character, but so I thought a bit meek and you know, I changed my vocal qualities to sort of match that. And I think she knows that as well. You know, she made her voice lower. She, you know, made herself look more sort of static and muscly.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah.
it's reflected well.
So, well, do you think it would work if I just had like, so for example, if I had maybe like 3 people in the scene that know the scene, that actually are doing the scene, have one audience member be maybe Xanthus as he is he's a character with less sort of
So
importance.
If
changing
you
it from a
And have that.
performance, so changing from an audience workshop to a performance workshop
So,
with a bit, you know, with
with
audience
the
participation.
audience, yeah.
I think that's an interesting
participating
point,
in
but
it.
making that character, if you were going to bring that, do that, make the audience member Xanthias, might get lost because they are that lesser character.
Yeah.
Be quite intimidating as well.
To have
It's
3
just
actors and then one person
one
doing.
not.
You could have it as one performer who kind of steers it in
Yeah.
the right direction,
Yeah.
but you have more audience members in the part of it, so then they can build upon it. But if the performer can see it going off on like a tangent
Yeah.
or
They
not
can-
going anywhere, they
they
can
can
kind of like
yeah.
steer it towards where you want it to go.
Yeah.
And if you maybe look at doing this game, maybe you could look at another part of the talk as well, so like the course of the
Yeah, that's what I was
initiates,
thinking of doing.
when there's the sort of battle of which poet's going to come back. You know, you could look at audience participation in that because that could then, you know, create. It's more creative. I feel like you get more of a spark. Like you know, you're this kind of poet from this time of era. You know, speak like that, but you know, say what you want, or you're this kind of person from this time of age. You know, you can have more creative control of everything. But you know, it's really nice thing.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I think the threat would be to make sure you know, not necessarily know, but you're comfortable with your audience members, because if you just pick out, like you said earlier about like a weak person, or you pick out someone you don't really know, they
Yeah.
could be really shy, or they could be unable to perform, and you could put them in a really awkward position.
Yeah.
So I think you really need to look out for who you're going to choose as your audience
I mean,
members.
If you know, in hindsight, bigger audience would be great because you could ask volunteers. Because
Yeah.
then
guys literally had the name of your character, a couple things about them, and a line from the play, that's all you had
Yeah.
to work on. To be fair, for you guys as audience to make that into an actual scene, that was what I wanted to
I mean,
do.
having this was helpful because
Yeah,
without us,
oh yeah, definitely.
If you
Oh,
were
yeah,
just giving
sure.
us a name.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If you just gave
I
me the name, I
would've
wouldn't have known
I
it
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, so,
So that's good. You've got,
Yeah.
you know, because we
Yeah.
followed what you were.
a little bit of help might be needed.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was one of the things I want to see is if the audience could have a very small idea, make it into an actual scene and put it on its feet like straight away. The fact you guys did it is really good, so thank you so
I
much.
think you've got just enough. You've got like the perfect amount of description there.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Maybe it's just the structure rather than.
I don't think
Yeah.
you needed. I don't think you needed that. The
No,
quotes
the
or-
quote thing was literally like a